What's going on, everyone? Well, Cowboys did it. We won 40-34 over our division rival Philadelphia Eagles. I guess you can say that game can definitely get your blood pressure going and got me cursing, but hey, it was in a fun way. The game was definitely fun to watch from fun and exciting from I guess from the offensive point of view, because we just basically lit up the Eagles defense, and of course Philly lit up ours. Probably would have been ahead if not for that pick six by Dak. I didn't see that. I mean, I would eventually see it in the when they did the recap. But I missed most of the some of the game, the first quarter specifically, mainly because I was at work and didn't get a chance to see it. But still, the offenses, were definitely the highlight of the day on both sides. But when it came down to the fourth quarter, the defense got the turnovers. I mean, they did intercept Minshew technically in the first half, and then they would eventually have another interception by DeRon Bland, and that guy, for a fifth-round rookie, he's doing pretty damn good. And I'm not really sure who's going to be number one in the NFC East. It probably could be Philly, because they would have to lose the next two games. They still won 13 games despite all that. We could very well win the next two, but it really, if Philly wins the next game, they're going to be ahead regardless. So there you go. But it was a very good boost to us as fans on Christmas Eve, and probably the overall morale of the team. Despite that pick six that Dak threw, he pretty much, lit up that Eagles defense. And while we didn't have the best running plays, Zeke got some okay yards. Overall, the offense was able to put up points like it should have. However, going into the problems for the game, definitely was the offensive line. They allowed 6 sacks. A few of those were definitely on Dak. And yet, despite that, I will say this: Dak, rose up and did much better after that interception, and didn't look back after that. He was pretty much on. He was like after that interception, he was like 9 of 9 or 10 of 10. Great touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb when CeeDee just spun around that defender, and voila. And also, T.Y. Hilton. That guy needs to be in on every snap of the game. No question about it. He needs to... that 53-yard pass on that 3rd and 30 after the Eagles got 2 sacks on us. Didn't look like we were going to be able to convert that, but somehow Dak is able to find Hilton. If anything, he needs to be in the offense from here on out. I don't care if it takes that much time to learn. It shouldn't be that complicated. I feel like it's the stubbornness of the coaching staff, specifically on Karen Moron. Overall, his game plan was okay, but I felt like there was at times he really should have run the ball and tried to chew up the clock as much as possible. Because honestly, the defense, that's the main drawback to this game is the defense. We were having problems covering the Philly receivers, and they would get pressure on Minshew here and there, but they got no sacks on him whatsoever. So that was the drawback. I mean, they did get the 2 interceptions and the forced fumbles. I know that Jaron Curse intercepted Minshew and then was able to have a fumble recovery, which led to points, us to tying up with Philly. And, that 3rd and 30 really definitely changed the momentum of the game. Disappointed that we came away with the field goals, but luckily the defense was able to hold and win when it mattered the most, because right after kicking that other field goal, I felt like we should have still gone for it, because you got to make Minshew try to drive the length of the field and, make them burn out their timeout. I mean, that's one of the things that got my blood pressure boiling, was dealing with all that. But overall, you can say it was a fun and exciting game on both accounts, so I'm glad we won. But the defense definitely has some problems. It seems like they couldn't really create consistent enough pressure. The secondary definitely struggled, especially Diggs. I heard he was not having a... He allowed a lot of completions on that very first drive against the Eagles. I didn't see it, but then I saw he tried to jump a route, and then Minshew was able to throw it to, I believe, Devontae Smith. He got fooled on that, and I have no idea if that's on him or the coordination by Dan Quinn. But Dan Quinn, seriously, you need to figure this shit out. And also, I don't think I saw Jabril Cox out there. And like I said before, you need to give that guy a fucking chance. I don't know what you have against him or what he did to not even earn the playing time, but he needs to get on that fucking field. He has a good coverage linebacker. You get him on that fucking field. What good is he doing just sitting on the fucking bench and doing nothing out there? You're beginning to fucking sound overrated to me. After all, you're the coach that blew the 28-3 lead back in the Super Bowl, and you definitely blew a lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. So you're starting to really get on my fucking nerves, dude. Start giving some of the younger guys a chance. And I will admit, I was definitely wrong on Joseph. I was trying to do a pregame video on this game and then discuss my thoughts on the Jags game, but for whatever reason, Windows video editor decided to become a fucking bitch to me and not let me export the video to convert it into 1080p. So yeah, I was definitely wrong on Joseph on the Jags game, going back to that. But you can definitely chalk it up as to inexperience and how Dan Quinn didn't even give the guy much chances. But hey, you know, Diggs struggled in his rookie year. He definitely allowed some catches and some touchdowns, but eventually he would start to get better. And I think Joseph is capable of that if he definitely applies himself to it and works on his game and works to, you know, improve himself. That's the only way you're going to learn in the NFL. It ain't college. You gotta have, you're gonna definitely have a learning curve, that's for sure. But anyway, Dak Prescott, that was, despite the interception, he still completed nearly 80% of his passes. Took quite a bit of sacks, but he was able to make the touchdown passes that he could to, you know, keep us alive. And another thing that maybe disappointed me about Dak, other than the pick, I would slide down, you know, forward. To run out the clock, or at least get it to the 2-minute warning. You need to be a little more aware of that, Dak. But anyways, but yeah, you know, we're 11-4, definitely solidified a playoff spot. We're probably, even if we win this next game against Tennessee, if Eagles win the next game, we're not going to have that #1 seed. We're the 5th seed regardless, but hey, at least we're back-to-back in the playoffs. But if the way this defense is playing, which is my main concern, it doesn't look anything like a championship caliber defense. That's my main concern going in. Supposedly we'll get a few guys back, but still, that's a concern. And O-line is still a bit of a concern. I see that Tyler Smith definitely struggled in this game against the Philly pass rushers. If anything, I think they need to consider moving Tyler to left guard and putting Tyron at left tackle, where he's, you know, dominant, and then have Jason Peters come in at right tackle, and then have someone else back up Peters, because I don't think Josh Ball is it. But anyways, great win on Christmas Eve. I know it's been more than 24 hours, but hey, what the hell. A great victory for us, a great boost to the team, and hey, always fun to beat the Philadelphia or the filthy Eagles on Christmas Eve. Especially since we definitely have not done well against them in the past on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. That was back when Romo was the quarterback. But hey, anyways, sweet victory. Feels pretty fucking good. And also I'm working on a bit of a project, and I hope to either upload it maybe later tonight or sometime tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I think you'll like it. It's a completely different video than I've ever done, but I don't think you'll be disappointed, folks. So anyways, on any other Cowboy videos, I don't know if I'll do anymore, but hey, feels great to be 11-4, and hey, hopefully things are looking up, and hopefully there's nowhere to go but up. If the defense, you know, is able to, you know, get their issues straightened out. If they don't, well, there's always that possibility we could be one and done again. But I like to believe that won't happen, but you just never know. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video right here. How about them Cowboys? And Merry Christmas, everyone. I cannot believe I forgot about that. Hope you have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's get more W's, and stay tuned for my video. You will not be disappointed. So, see you later, folks. Bye-bye.